Am I the asshole for refusing to make lasagna for Christmas after what my mother-in-law did last year? He said everyone loves you more than me because of fucking lasagna.
I don't know what it is about grown-ups sometimes.
We are also grown-ups, just to let you know.
All right, sorry. About the elderly?
And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. What's up, and welcome to another episode of Talk Your Shift. I am Mel.
I am Dom.
That is Dom. And we are here. Apologies for the short break. We just had to regroup, kind of get things together. Our schedules have been a little bit different this time around, but we are still here. We are still making content. We not leaving you guys, just to let you know.
I just died.
She didn't die. She's fine.
This is a hologram.
You have an obsession with holograms today.
A holy gram because I died.
Anyways, so we are regrouping and just thinking about what this podcast is going to be doing and how we're kind of formatting things. So we're going to be playing around with things a little bit. So it's going to be a little different than what you're used to. And then whatever feels best will eventually be what we become. So we're starting off a little different today. We are starting off with our Am I the Asshole as the first segment. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to call people assholes.
You always call people assholes.
I know, you're always like, am I the asshole? Yes.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Am I the asshole for refusing to make lasagna for Christmas after what my mother-in-law did last year? I, 30 female, have been together with my husband, Michael, 31 male, for 7 years. Married for 3 and dating for 4. My mother-in-law has always hosted Christmas ever since I've known him. I've always made lasagna for Christmas and other special occasions. I'm essentially the family lasagna maker, and I honestly don't really mind since I love to cook and bake. However, last year my mother-in-law decided to make lasagna based off of what she saw me doing when she was at my house and a recipe that she got off the internet. I was surprised that she prepared a pan of her own, but didn't say anything and even got a small piece. It did not taste good, and it was barely touched, whilst mine had almost half gone near the end of dinner. That infuriated my mother-in-law, and she wound up doing a rant about how everyone loves me more than her and tried to throw my lasagna in the trash. I say tried because it mainly ended up on the floor. Party foul. Michael and I quickly left after that, and my mother-in-law has not apologized for it since. Yesterday, she called me to confirm what I was making for Christmas this year, and on her list of things I should make was lasagna. I politely said I wasn't going to make lasagna due to last year's incident, and I'd be happy to make anything else. And my mother-in-law wasn't as polite and called me vindictive for refusing to make the lasagna over a small mistake. I just refused again, and it made my mother-in-law angrier, so she told me that unless I showed up with lasagna in hand, she wouldn't let me be at the Christmas celebration. My husband says it's easier to just make the lasagna to keep the peace, and I shouldn't hold my mother-in-law's mistake that she made out of anger against her. Word got to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law from my mother-in-law, and they're saying I should also make it even if it's just half of what I would usually make. So, is she the asshole?
I don't think that she is the asshole, but I do think that it's kind of being dragged, in my opinion.
Oh, because she's not making it?
I think that a conversation should have been had. Like, when she asked her, like, what are you making this year, or whatever. Or
that's when she should have been like...
That's when the opportunity, in my opinion, arose, and she could have said, I don't feel comfortable making the lasagna because of what happened last year. And then they talk about it, and her just say, like, whether that hurt her feelings or whatever feelings she was feeling, she could have then just been like, listen, this is how it made me feel. This is why I don't want to make it. So respectfully, no. Or they could have just kind of like, I think, made amends. I don't know, because the mother-in-law sounds very stubborn and very, like, entitled.
She said everyone loves you more than me because of fucking lasagna. It's like, no, honey. Like, not every dish is going to be a good dish. Like, and you just have to, you gotta eat it. One time I made a dish for my family and I didn't hold it against them. Coming from a Puerto Rican household, there's not really a lot of vegetables during the holiday season. It's meat, rice,
and meat,
starch, and meat. And then you got some pasta and then a salad that like maybe people will touch.
But it's a small ass salad.
It's a small salad. It's
like,
very basic.
Like a little bowl. Yeah.
It's like, romaine lettuce, some red onion, maybe some tomato, some cucumber, and like a basic like oil vinaigrette type thing. My grandma used to make the like best dressing. Anyways, so I decided to make a green bean casserole for one of our holidays. I don't remember what it was because I had it before and I was like, oh, it's actually really delicious. And so I made it. When I tell you, ain't nobody touched that dish but me. And it looked like a standard green bean casserole. So it's not like it looked ugly. It just looked like green beans that was baked, with the cheese and the. You ever had it?
I have not.
It's delicious.
Are
Carlton,
you sure?
yeah, yes. Carlton made some, so I'll give you some later. But anyways,
okay.
It's delicious. It's basic ingredients. It's like cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, green beans, cheddar cheese, and French onion tanglers. It sounds interesting, but you bake it and it's good.
Yeah.
It's just like a cheesy yumminess. Anyways, whatever. People can debate me on it. I think it's delicious. But I didn't take it to heart. You know what I mean? I was like, I didn't think that the family hated me because they're like, look, this bitch brought fucking green bean casserole. Yeah. And now she's never invited again. No, I just didn't make that. I'd make something else. Or I'd just bring like cups and shit. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, no. The mom definitely like, I don't know why sometimes grown-ups, I don't know what it is about grown-ups sometimes.
We are also grown-ups, just to let you know.
All right, sorry. About the elderly?
Yes.
Sorry. But I don't know what it is. Sometimes they just have these tantrums and they make it so personal. It's like, your food tasted like shit. That's it. That's the bottom line of, like, that's just the facts of it. Like, sorry, but your lasagna, terrible. Her lasagna, fantastic. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not going to eat something that tastes terrible and sacrifice some good-ass food for the sake of someone feeling happy. Like, maybe I won't tell you that it was terrible. Like, if you ask, I'd be like, oh, I don't know, maybe, like, try adding this or something.
Or you could just simply say, oh, it's just not my thing. But the thing is,
as you're
not with two lasagnas, though. You can't be like, oh, lasagna's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I understand it hurting your feelings. Like, I totally understand it hurting. Like,
yeah, but
because in the moment, I was like, damn, nobody wanted to eat it. But then I was just like, oh, yeah, these motherfuckers don't eat vegetables. Like, even if you slather it with cheese and whatever, they just don't eat vegetables. So, like...
No, the mom was definitely wrong and needs to, or mother-in-law, I should say, was definitely wrong and needs to go fucking be humbled by some middle schoolers. But, I think that
a conversation could have been
a conversation could have been had.
But she said a whole year went by that the mother-in-law didn't apologize or nothing.
I wonder if there were opportunities in there, like, for the conversation. There had to be, because, like, there's
absolutely.
no way that
a whole ass year.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just kind of, to me, it just felt a little bit dragged on both ends. Like, I feel like after she said, like, no, I don't want to. And she could have very well just had the conversation with her. 'Cause I don't know, me personally, if that happened, I would still make that shit because that shit is good. Like, I don't care what happened last year. I'm gonna still make that shit.
I don't know. I feel like my anxiety would kick in and be like, man, this bitch is gonna fucking throw my shit away. And that's the thing that hurts me the most. It's like, because she tried to throw it away and it fell on the floor.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
And that is disrespectful to lasagna, to the holiday spirit. It's disrespectful to the holiday spirit because
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Who else? Santa Claus. That's just it's very, but it's upsetting, and so I can see why she felt that kind of way, and she didn't want to make it. And it's just like, maybe there's a middle ground here. Maybe it's like, okay, I'll make the lasagna, but if you attempt at throwing it away or something like that, just understand, from this moment on, I will never make it again. I will never make it again if you pull the same stunt that you did last year.
Yeah, and I think the mother-in-law needs to fucking calm down.
If you
just because I felt like she, like, dragged it at the point where, like, when the daughter-in-law said, no, I'm not making it, I think the mother-in-law should have been like, well, why? Like, I'm sorry. She should have apologized. I think.
Yeah, but some people don't
apologized.
even recognize that what they
That's
did
true.
was like, because it says that she's 58, so she's like a little bit older, like the mother-in-law, and I feel like they're part of that generation that like they don't apologize, they don't acknowledge that what they did was wrong. They just kind of just magically scooch past it.
Yeah, they ignore it.
They're like, ooh.
Or like if they do, like sometimes they'll acknowledge it where they know they're wrong, and they try to make up for it by like doing some random ass shit. Like they know that they did wrong.
Food
yeah,
or
like
something like that.
I made some
all of a sudden you got your special dish
yeah,
on the stove.
Yeah, I made some of your favorite spaghetti, so if you want some, it's like bro just like dropped a racial slur, and it's like, I made you some meatballs.
Oh my god! Like, stop! No, you're right though.
No, but that's low key. I don't know. I be seeing some shit.
Yeah, we can't but you can't brush that behavior under the rug. It's like,
a conversation needs to be had.
At first I was totally on the wife's side, but now I see what you're saying. Like,
both,
especially if they've been together, you know who you married into. You know that woman. I think she said they were together for like 7 years or something like that. Like, you know that woman. Like, sometimes, depending on what it is and depending on the dynamic, I would suggest like just eating it. Like, no pun intended, but just eat it. Like, make the lasagna, and then, like, if it escalates, just let everybody know. Listen, I tried again. She pulled this shit again. I'm not doing it again. Like, we don't waste food. I think it's disrespectful to have somebody put time in, because, like, what if she's making her lasagna from scratch? She's making a sauce. She's doing a big, like,
time, money, effort, blood, sweat, tears.
Yes, and lasagna is delicious. How dare you?
Yeah, for the sake of sustenance.
Yes. So, okay, I am now agreeing with you that it was dragged. Yeah, you're right.
On both ends.
Yeah. But no, I feel it. There's definitely a middle ground. Yeah. Yeah, girl. So you're not really like the asshole, but you're not necessarily making things better either. Yeah. So, I mean, just next time bring a baked good. I feel like at that point, be like, I'm bringing Danishes.
Store
like Entenmann's.
Yeah.
Listen, Entenmann's is amazing. You bring Entenmann's to my house, I'm happy.
The chocolate chip cookies and the chocolate cake, the fudge cake, where it's not entirely chocolate. Like it's only chocolate fudge.
I've never had that one. I like the pound cake, right? Because the pound cake is delicious. I like the Louisiana Crunch. That one's good. And there is this poppin' ass, I don't even know if they still make this one. It's banana cake with yellow, like, banana frosting with a chocolate drizzle on top.
I think I've seen it.
I actually asked for that as my birthday cake, like, one year.
Really?
Yes. When I was little, I was like, Mom, I want the banana cake with the chocolate. And my mom was like, okay, bet. Because my mom always, like, made my cakes. But I bet you she probably felt really good that all she had to do was, like, run to the store.
Go to 7-Eleven and taking us.
Oh, my gosh. That's so funny. All right. So, that was lovely. So, moving on. We are going to go to our next segment, which is our beloved meme segment. So, I scroll the interwebs looking for inspirational, insightful conversation starters. And it's the holiday season. We probably gonna have to see people we don't like, or people we haven't seen in forever, so you gotta do small talk, or people trying to tell you how to raise your kids, like...
like the memes where it's like my grandma keeps asking me when or my mom keeps asking me when I'm gonna give her a grandchild, and she, like, points at the dog.
Yes, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Kids are crazy. Kudos
and
to
expensive.
You. Kudos to you. Oh my god.
Well, thank you, but I also have, like, an amazing support system. So,
well, yeah, but just in general, raising a child, whether you have a good support system or not, it is taxing, literally.
Yeah, but sometimes you get money.
Yeah, so I mean, taxes, tax write-off. Pop out as many kids as you need. Get those write-offs. Get those write-offs.
I had 7 kids this year.
What the? 9 months? Oh, well, I guess. Oh, you could have. What is it called? I know sextuplets is 6. What is 7?
I don't know. I know quintuplets is 5. That's all I got.
And then octuplets, I think, is 8.
Do you remember Quince? Is it Quince? The movie on Disney Channel where the mother had 5 babies?
No.
And it was like the one girl, she was like the older sister. You don't know that movie?
No.
It's not past your time. We're going to go on Disney Plus. And I'm going to show you this thing. All right. Anyways, moving on to our meme. Here we go. If you have difficult family relationships, I want you to know it's okay to have opinions and ideas that are different from others in your family. You do not have to get along with everyone in your family. Sometimes being civil with them is enough. It is a waste of your energy to try to convince people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You get to decide when you want to make a compromise for family and when you want to set firm boundaries to protect your peace. And lastly, blood is not the only family. You can create your chosen family of people who see you and appreciate you as you are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This it was a long one, and I do not have I got it from Pinterest. The Brain Coach, Nawal Mustafa. That's credit. So it's a lot to take in because the holidays are coming and there's so many different dynamics. And so it's just like, because I know probably, at least for me, we start planning holidays like a month or so in advance. Yes. Sometimes even like if there's people that share like hosting responsibilities, we start planning like 4 or 5 months in advance. It's like, so what are you getting? And then you get something on sale, you put it in the deep freezer. BJ's, yes, comes in handy. And so with these dynamics, that was good. I did that. Good job, Mel. Anyways, that was a really good one. I would just like to say I'm amazing. Anyways,
I mean, yeah, but all right.
Yeah.
You're all right.
You all right, too.
Like my birthday cake said.
Is that what your birthday cake said?
I didn't tell you? All right, after the meme section, we'll talk about my birthday.
Yes, quickly. Because Dom is now an old-ass bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but only one of us was born in 98 here.
92 ain't that much 92? Earlier. 92 ain't that much like earlier than 98, so you need to stop playing.
If you round it, that shit is 1970.
Wait, whoa.
Round down. You never heard about that in math? Anything below 5, you round down?
Yes, but why the fuck are you going down 2 decades?
I'm just rounding. Rounding down.
So what, you trying to say that you were just born in like 2010? Like that's
how
how youthful you are?
I was born in 98. I'm just saying, you said old, but according to my mathematiques, if I'm old, then what are you?
I am also old.
Nah, I don't think so.
You disrespectful as fuck. Anyways, she is insane. So, pretty much, let's get back to the family thing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Trying to focus.
I didn't mean to disrespect my elder.
Wonderful. Thank you, honey. Yeah, so there's just like so many different dynamics, and so getting ready for the holiday season can be super stressful. And there's definitely times where you're dreading like a certain like, well, from my experience, like you're dreading interacting with certain family members, or there's like annoying things, and like small talk is really stupid. I don't like that, where they're just like, oh, so what are you doing now? And like, oh, blah, blah. And it didn't help like at the time, because now I'm starting to settle like with my new job. I love my new job. And like I make like a decent amount of money now, and I'm not like struggling as hard as I was, but it took a minute to get there. And so like every single holiday to be like, so what are you doing? So how are you doing? So what's going on? And it's just like still doing the same thing I always do, Pinky. Struggle. You know what I mean? So I know that that's a stressful kind of conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything? I mean, you're pretty close with your family. Like, was there ever like moments where you're just like, it's like awkward, or like, because you also have like more family, but do you really see them that often?
No, so that's what I was gonna say. Like I feel when I was younger, my family was a lot closer. Like, everybody, like, our family barbecues, I would say was probably like, oh gosh, because my family is like four, and then whatever friends I have, because my family is very big on open door policy. Like, just come on in. Um, Nate takes advantage of that for sure. He was ready to come to my house for Thanksgiving, and I was like, "Do not come to my house." I was like, "No."
That's so freaking funny.
But then, like, with plus ones and stuff like that, so each family is just like five-ish people, 4 to 5, and then there. How many siblings does my mother have? She has 4 siblings, so already just them, and not including grandparents on like my side, and then if in-law grandparents decided to show up, like I know my uncles, when we would go to his house for barbecues, I'm pretty sure like his in-laws would also come, and it'd be this whole big thing. So like we're pushing like 30 people, and it's just like the bloodline. So it's like not even.
It's not even like you invited neighbors yet.
Yeah, no. That's why, like, so our big, and then my family would do a few times. They would do like branch it out where it's like the great grandparents come, or like my great uncle, my great cousin, stuff like that, and we're just like, yeah. So this all started from this person, huh?
And they're always so small. Do you ever realize it's just like. They always like my great grandma.
They shrink.
I know, but it's crazy. It's incredible how much they shrink. Is what I'm trying to say. Because my great grandmother, she was so tiny, and when I think about how many kids she had, and then how many kids all those, because my grandmother had 5, 6 kids. Hold on. Damn, there's so. I think there's like 8 of them. Hold on 1 second, Mom. 8 kids. So she had 5 kids biologically, and then she adopted 3 more.
Oh, that's sweet.
So my grandma had that's just one person. My grandmother has siblings. She had another sister. She has a brother. Was there more of them? I don't even remember. But that's mad people already. Mm-hmm. You packing out the house, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The whole public park.
And then you look at this tiny little woman, and you're just like, wow. Look at all of this. Look at all of us. Yeah. And there she is, this tiny little thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you just, like, all kind of turn your head to the one that, like, kind of led to repopulating the earth, apparently, because there's so many of you. But, yeah, so when we were younger, our family events were a lot bigger. Mm-hmm. But now, so I'm still close with certain parts of my family. Like, I know my cousins and queens and stuff like that were always doing stuff. I mean, recently, not really, because I work a lot. But, yeah, so, I wouldn't say so much anymore, just because it seems that the family that we've gravitated towards, for a reason. And that's just my point of view. I could be completely wrong. Like, one of my aunts could be watching this and be like, you don't know the backstory. And yeah, maybe I don't. I don't know. But,
and that's when it gets juicy, because the boomers have, like, the backstory.
Well, yeah, sometimes I'd be listening to my mom and her sisters talk, like, even when I was younger, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you know that? But then, like, we see them at, like, different family functions, and we're like, my cousins and I are looking at them, we're like, no, she doesn't look like she's cheating on her husband. So, but besides the point, no. So holidays definitely could be a bit touchy, and sometimes a little awkward, because like you reconnect and it's like, oh yeah, like I'm good. So you got a new car, But
that's wild, man. Yeah, I'm like, it's been a minute. I feel like it slowly progresses to like getting smaller and smaller.
But then it expands because your chosen family. Like, I feel like that's what was happening, was like I noticed that our holiday events, like, it started becoming a smaller group, and then with making friends and stuff like that. Like, we do our own Christmas thing now.
Yes, we have an annual tradition. We have done it now. How many years? Oh my God.
Maybe, what year are we in? 20? Whoa, we've been doing it for, I would say, like, before COVID, I would even say.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
'Cause
5 years? 4 years?
did we start before you moved up here? Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah,
did.
we did.
We did.
Wow.
It's fantastic. We do a whole thing where, like, we go to our friend Christina's house, and there's Christmas cookies. We've got coffee and tea
everything.
bubbling. Like,
Juice.
She always brings the juice.
I'm like, in the group chat, I always am like, yeah, I got the OJ.
Yes. So you can also bring that this year because I'm
More sauce and that. And
I'm making
whatever other
mimosas.
Okay.
But yeah, we do it every year. I'm hosting this year because I'm like working Christmas Eve, so we're doing it the day before. So we're doing Christmas Eve brunch, and it's gonna be fantastic. And we invited more people to this one, so it's gonna be bigger than it normally is.
Yeah,
but
we're branching.
it's nice though.
Yeah.
I love our Christmas tradition. It's so
It's
good.
fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We get to feast and then we kind of chill out.
Mm-hmm. And it's
then,
bigger now. It's crazy because we have like my cousins and
Yeah.
Damien's with us and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, it's wild. And it's really beautiful. And so, like, if you gotta go see family and you're not really thrilled about it, like, I apologize. Like, I get it. I did it for quite some time. But, like, if you focus on your chosen family, it doesn't, I know that
Yeah.
there are some certain people or that they think it's mandatory, like, to spend time with their, like, blood family because it's the
Yeah.
holidays, but, like, don't feel obligated. If you
Yeah.
don't want to go, don't go. If you're tired and you just want to take a moment to just relax because you've been working or studying, I know it's the end of the semester for people in college, like, if y'all need a break or if you need to study for a final or whatever the hell it is that you gotta do, like,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's like Christmas isn't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the holidays aren't going anywhere. So don't feel bad about it, because I definitely used to feel bad if I couldn't, because I'm working Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Like, before, I would have been like, oh my gosh, because, like, Puerto Ricans don't celebrate Christmas Day like that.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve. We get it popping on Christmas Eve. But, like, can't really do it. And it's like, and it doesn't hurt, because my family will be right there. Like, I'm going to see y'all the day before. So figure out the best ways that feel good to celebrate or relax or whatever it is, but try your best not to let, the pressures of society, because they always say, like, this is the most depressing part of the year. Like, everyone gets, like, seasonal depression, and, like, the holidays, I think I was actually talking about, this with Carlton at one point, that, like, it's very confusing and conflicting when everything around you is like shiny lights and it's the most wonderful time. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, like, it's dark as hell, it's cold as hell, and, like, that affects your body, and then, like, you're just busy. It's not like the holiday season does anything to change your lifestyle. So if you're still working, or you're still, you've got, like, classes, or you're just doing the regular stuff, you're doing that, and then the weight of, like, people being like, oh, this is a happy time, and this is whatever, and I feel like them forcing that on people creates this this kind of, well, for me it was like this feeling of, like, well, why don't I feel good during this time?
Like guilt?
Not guilt, like, I'm missing out.
Okay.
Like, why don't I feel good around this time? Like, everyone looks like they're happy, meanwhile they're not. And then, like, and everything is so pretty and decorated and this, that, and the third, but, like, inside there's, like, a turmoil that apparently a lot of people struggle with.
No, it's true. Like, personally, for me, this is my favorite time of year, because I really like seeing all the lights and stuff like that, and
also because her birthday was not that far.
You know what's interesting? Yeah. I wouldn't even say because of my birthday. I just like the holiday season. Like, I like watching the movies. So starting from, like, October 1st-ish, because I love Halloween. So for me, the holiday season, I just really like watching the movies. And, like, different events that you can do. Like,
what's your favorite holiday movie? Favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah.
I would say it's definitely varied over the years. It used to be Elf.
I've only seen Elf like once.
Really?
Yeah.
You choose first, cause that's
Santa Claus
Oh,
with Tim Allen. Classic. I don't necessarily agree with certain his ideals and stuff. However, Santa Claus was like my favorite. You know, and I also think like the more I look at the videos and the movies that I've seen when I said videos, movies, the more I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like Santa Claus, like he was a, you know, divorced family, like this one kid just wants to spend time with the dad and stuff, and I was just like, man, I definitely, like, I guess I just saw myself in Charlie. I think that's what his name was.
Yeah, Charlie.
And there's something, you know how I feel about father figures. Like when I see like somebody make a change or like put an effort into like being like a better parent, I'm like, oh, that like gets to me. And I feel like Santa Claus is my favorite because he went from like this workaholic like person making up excuses to now bringing joy to all kids.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, Charlie still had to like sacrifice his dad in a different way.
Yeah.
But like in that same sense, like he still got to like see his dad probably more often than like had he worked for that company. You know?
Yeah.
So you got to go to the fucking North Pole? Like, are you kidding me? The hookup. Like,
I swear to God, I thought you were gonna say the hood, and I was like, I think I saw a different Santa Claus.
Not the hood.
That's funny.
The North Pole hood?
Yeah, the North Pole hood, I should say.
Alright, so what's yours?
Maybe right now, the one that comes to mind, I would say Home Alone.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still don't really consider that like it's a Christmas time movie, but I'm like, it's not Christmassy enough for me. There's just
Really?
lights.
I
It's
guess
just
so.
lights. Everything's just decorated. It's literally him like refusing to let people steal from his house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really like
I
that
get
one,
it though.
but
It is a Christmas time. It's a Christmas time movie. I
Yeah.
give you that. I just don't think it's Christmassy enough.
That's fair.
But I will.
Yeah.
Yes, it's still a good movie though.
Yeah. But yeah, so holidays could be a little rough. Like I said, it's personally from like October to, I would say it's weird because I like, then New Year's just, it is. So I would say like to like Christmas Day. That's my favorite time of year. But
But that doesn't like you don't ever like feel like the weather change like affecting
oh
you?
no, for sure. But I just really like, and I love the snow. Well, I liked hockey, so that's another thing too, is like hockey season and stuff. But when I think about it, sometimes it makes me sad because I'm like, damn, like, of course, people that have estranged relationships with family, but then you think about the people who lost family members. That's what hits me hard. Is I'm like, damn, like that's so sad, especially people that lose family members close to the holiday.
Yeah.
Like
It's
yeah.
rough.
So that's why like I love this time of year because I love decorating. Like that is my shit. That's why Halloween comes. I fucking go to Walmart. I get my window sticky thingies. I be decorating shit.
She did have
I
her door
love
decked
it.
out. It was
yeah,
cute.
I have to do my
She had
Christmas
a little ghost
decorations now.
on the doorknob.
Yeah, he was cute. But
It was cute.
yeah, so that's why for me it's my favorite. But then I think about it and like it also makes me feel thankful for having, I guess, more time with the people that I like love and cherish and stuff like that. But it makes me feel bad for the people who are not actively choosing to see family members or loved ones because they literally can't. Like God, I don't know. Like if someone passed away or someone's really sick and they can't do something. So yeah, holidays could be rough.
Yeah. I think that's why, like, it hasn't hit me yet, but my grandmother passed away, like, around, like, oh my gosh. Was it right before Christmas? Holy crap. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was right before Christmas that she passed, and, like, that was rough. But, like, I try to honor my, my loved ones in different ways.
Yeah.
I made the flan for Thanksgiving. that my titi Sadie used to make. And then I have a Christmas town that I set up from that I got. My grandmother used to set it up every year. And the only reason why we can't set it up this year is because we don't have the right shelving to protect it from the child. I'm like, those houses are older than me.
Yeah.
And so all it takes is for Damien to be like, ooh, and then
that's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
done. So we need a whole shelf unit, maybe bulletproof glass.
I was gonna say, nah, like your son, like I don't know, bro. Like Hurricane Katrina, that shit.
I know. So, like I just do little things. My grandmother used to make this really amazing salad dressing. My aunt taught me how to make it and stuff. And so I honor them in what they enjoyed, and what they enjoyed was cooking, decorating, and plants. So I have like their plants and stuff.
I was gonna say, you have a lot of plants in your room.
Yeah, because it's all from my aunt and my grandmother. So I'm doing my best to keep them alive, because I know one of my grandmothers would be like, "You're not watering them enough," and I'd be like, "I know, Grandma. I'm trying to get it together because 2 of my succulents already died." How you kill a succulent? Forget that you have a succulent. It's the best. It's the best way to kill a succulent is to forget that you have one. Fair. But yeah, it's rough. The holiday season can be rough, and just know that like we are here for you, and that we're sending our love to you, and really hoping that if it is a difficult time for you, that you're feeling that you can find something to cheer yourself up, or I mean, you don't have to ignore your feelings either. Like,
of course,
we're the first people to be like, feel your feelings, but like, you don't have to sit in it and wallow in it. Like, reach out to somebody, watch a favorite movie, even if it's not a Christmas movie. Listen to your favorite, like, music. Just something that'll, like, get you out of your funk so you can kind of deal with all the other stuff. Because it's not, Christmas is in your face this entire time. So it's just like, when you're in, like, a space that you can kind of get away from that, if it's too much, then do what you have to do to kind of, like, prepare yourself to then go back out into the world where everything's like Christmas,
Yeah. Even just in general, like finding that healthy balance between feeling your feelings, but then going overboard. And it's like, now you felt the feelings, but you see how I said felt, but you still doing stuff. So like, it's kind of, it's definitely difficult. That's what I'm learning right now for sure. Feel your feelings, but don't sit in it. Yeah. So it's not to say you can't be sad. And anger too. You can't, don't deny yourself feeling anger. I think that anger is healthy in a certain category. Yes. I'm not saying go outside and punch your granny, but if you feel mad, then feel mad. Let yourself feel it, but think about, I guess kind of use it as, this is why I feel mad. Yeah. And then let it go. Do not hold on to it. Do not let it fester. So just in general, just wanted to give that PSA, because that's what I'm working through right now, for sure. Because my mentor, will refer to them as, had a conversation with me and was like, okay, you have one more day to feel this, and that's it. And I was like, huh? Yeah. So... yeah, because if you can stabilize yourself, then you can, when you're in and this is me going to the extreme, like, when you're in a more hostile environment where, like, if when, like, what you're getting into when you go to the holidays, like, with your family and stuff like that, like, if you're settled inside, it'll be easier to navigate the conflicts. Yeah. And the dynamics when you get to wherever the heck it is, who's ever hosting and stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying for you to let people walk all over you. Like, absolutely you set your boundaries, set what you're gonna. If you don't want to talk about something, you have every right to be like, I'm not talking about that right now. But if you'd like to, we can talk about last Christmas, or we can talk about how delicious this cookie is, or something. We could talk about any of the things, except for this thing that feels invasive. Like, you know what I mean? And if not, just go to another part of the room. Just go to the other part of the room. Just get up from the kitchen. Just get up and just mosey on over and be like, I'm gonna just go grab something from the kitchen. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to grab another drink or I'm going to do this or whatever. Like, whatever you have to do to be sane to get out of the complicated, you know what I mean? Because family dynamics are so complicated and, like, I feel like we barely scratch the surface with it because it's just, like, you never know.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And you could deal with some bullshit. Like, I've had people, you know, I'm going to say it. I've had people fight at at certain gatherings. And it's just like, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh. And then other times, what you gotta do, you just laugh that shit off and be like, they're not fighting me. Like,
get a front row seat, be like, yo, shit, where's the casserole?
Exactly. You just sitting there like, damn, okay.
You start betting money, you're like, yo, $5 that Grandma Helen is actually gonna win. And then your cousin's like, nah, absolutely fucking not. Are you kidding me?
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Titi Amy's gonna scrap her in 5 seconds. You guys start placing bets.
There's just somebody walking around with like a hat, just like, all right, let's place your bets, everybody in the pot, okay?
How long you think the round's gonna last? Yeah.
You know, it's like,
That's
sometimes
funny.
you gotta make it fun. We're not condoning violence, but we also understand that sometimes if
Shit
anybody's
happens.
gonna fight, it's family members are gonna fight family members. You know why? Because they've been dealing with each other's bullshit for the longest time, and then all of a sudden you hear your aunt yelling at your other aunt or your uncle about something that happened in the 3rd grade when they broke a doll or some shit like that, and now all of a sudden it's just like what turned from pass me the yams to you
Pass
broke
me
that
the yams.
you broke something in my child. Like it escalates so quickly, so it's just like. It is what it is. It kind of is what it is. You can tell what kind of background we come from.
I was gonna say,
I'm like, I bet you
sometimes-
there's some people listening to this and being like, fight on Christmas?
Yeah, like, oh my, I have never. But meanwhile, we're like, I got $10 on her.
And just like, be like, oh, oh.
You're like, oh god.
Well, I'm gonna go smoke. Like,
Literally,
you know
it's
what
like,
I mean?
oh,
It's
here we
just
go
like,
again.
I'm gonna go take a walk. The walk, if you will.
My cousins don't even take a walk, bro. I mean, they walk upstairs. That's it. Like,
I know.
they be hotboxing one of my cousins.
My aunt had a room, her craft room.
I remember that.
And she would just be over there. Like, if you want to know all of a sudden why there's several people missing, it's just like, oh, they're
doing
in the
arts and
room.
crafts.
They're in the room
They're
doing arts and crafts, and I'm about to do some crafting myself. So just go in there, and it's a fantastic job. Come back out, there's food. Like, it's so good. I love it. But yes, so do what is healthiest for you. Do what you're going to need to do to fulfill whatever it is. And we truly hope that this holiday season you'll find some sort of joy. Not even the holiday season, just in general. Like, that you just are in a better place. Is really what it is. Because holiday season or not, you still are here. You know what I mean? And so it's not going to go away or reappear or whatever the case may be just because the holiday season comes and goes. Like, you know? So just remember to take care of yourself is really the most important thing. All right, Dom. You have an affirmation?
Yeah, time for affirmation.
Affirmation.
All right, let's get it. Oh,
Let's get it. Get it. Excuse me.
All right.
All right, here we go.
So, our affirmation. Silent drum roll. You passed the test. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. So, our affirmation, I almost tripped on my words, for today. We hope that it resonates with you. And if it does not, for the sake of the holiday season, I will be nice. And I will say, maybe it will resonate with someone else. So pass along the link for our episode so they can give us more views. And if it doesn't resonate with you, I hope something in life sends you the lesson you need. That was very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I could still take that a certain kind of way.
I know.
But I'm going to let you do you.
Okay.
Do your
So
thing.
for today, you gotta do this for you. This is for you. Live for you. Honor you. So with that being said, if something makes you feel kind of icky, or like Mel was saying, it feels invasive, and you know maybe your cousin twice removed is some invasive species that shows up every year. You don't have to put up with it. You know, you don't have to.
Don't go fighting.
Yeah. Don't go fight. I would say be the bigger person in the sense of what makes you feel okay. Like, I don't always agree with being the bigger person, meaning you swallow it. No, I don't think so.
No, tell them. Tell them that they need to mind their business.
Yeah, I would say being the bigger person is not internalizing what happened, but don't let yourself be a doormat. So, yeah, we hope that affirmation resonates with you, and just a friendly reminder to do things for you. And that could be applicable in all categories.
Absolutely.
Like how, your parents want you to do this, but you want to do that. Truly think about what you think is sustainable for you and what would be best for you, because, you're not living your life for somebody else. So you only have one life. I feel like my bosses right now. They're very encouraging and motivational. So you only have one life and make it for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Dom. Tell them where to find us.
I'm kidding. I always want to say my address as a joke.
You're very funny. That's terrifying.
I know. That's why I'm like. So maybe I'll just get the addresses of my
enemies.
My enemies. Like, oh yes. Oh. But anyway, you could find us virtually. Yes, on TikTok, on Instagram. We have an email.
Yep.
We also have a Patreon. Just give us a little bit of time with that because we're still working out some kinks.
We are.
So we do have some content uploaded on there. So definitely check it out. We're going to be uploading more. Just give us some time because
we're establishing things. We're working girls also trying to figure out this content. We're just trying really hard, guys.
But, so you could find us on pretty much all social media platforms, minus Facebook.
Yeah, minus Facebook. It's just, it's just crazy over there.
Yeah, it's a little buck wow. But yeah, you could find us, there. And you can also find us on Spotify. You could find us on YouTube. We're also on Apple Music. So check us out.
Go to all those places.
Yeah, go explore. Go spend your money on us. No, but seriously, definitely check us out.
Hell yeah.
Give us a good rating for the sake of holiday spirit. Please. I won't threaten.
Yeah, just hang a stocking over the subscribe button.
You're better than me. That's not what I was going to say. Hang a stocking.
Yes.
Yeah, so check us out on YouTube and then make sure that you slap the shit out of the subscribe button.
Lovely.
And for the sake of the holiday season, and or am I the asshole, make sure you drop some lasagna on the like button.
Oh my gosh. Yes. We are Talk Your Shift on all social media platforms. So go check us out. Okay?
Just okay.
And that rating, let us go up in recommended podcasts.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, y'all. We'll see you later. Goodbye.